This is the Equinox EQ570 Pro, an exciting mid-range model from the brand new Equinox Series at Oasis Outdoor Living. And on paper, the 570 Pro ticks a lot of boxes. Powerful massage performance, smart Wi-Fi controls, and a clean modern design, all for less than $8,000. But with so many new double lounger models hitting the UK market, does it really hit the mark? Well, in this review, we'll find out. I'll first walk you through the design, hop in and test out the Hydrotherapy, check out the smart tech and features, and finally break down the energy efficiency and running costs. And don't forget to stick around to the end for our no-nonsense WhatSpa verdict. So, let's dive in. Let's start with the design, and honestly, for a tub at this kind of price point, the EQ570 Pro looks apart straight away. Size-wise, it's just over 2.1 meters squared and 92 centimeters tall, so for a modern 5-seater model with 2 lounges, you won't be short on space here. Visually, the slatted wood effect cabinet has a really clean look, and these sleek LED corner accents add a soft, relaxing glow to the exterior. The cabinet's made from a fully synthetic material, so if you're here in the UK, it's a solid weather-resistant build. Colour-wise, at the moment, it's only available in this dark wood finish, so there's not much flexibility in style options just yet if that doesn't match your garden vibe. On the interior, there's a nice mix of subtle and soothing lighting dotted around the spa. There's this large underwater LED, 8 smaller waterline LEDs, 2 backlit pop-up fountains, plus these illuminated topside diverters. Now sure, it isn't packed full of extras like backlit jets, speakers or drinks holders, but under low light, the ambience is still really relaxing. Speaking of drinks, there's no explicit drinks holders built in, but there are loads of flat spaces on the acrylic if you need to park a few glasses. At the moment, the acrylic again is only available in this ice white swatch, but for me, it does complement the cabinet really nicely. If music's a must-have, part of Equinox optional media pack adds a wireless Bluetooth sound system into the cabinet, but we'll speak more on that later on in our tech section. Even at this price point, the small design touches like the stainless steel jets, fountains and the branded grey fittings really give the 570 Pro a quality upmarket feel. Cover-wise, if you've got your eyes on an automatic cover system, the flat top side and recessed controls make that all really easily compatible. If not though, the standard vinyl cover is still a decent option. Now this classic vinyl material is starting to be phased out a little across the industry in favour of newer weather shield material, but that's definitely not a deal breaker. We'll come back to its energy saving and safety features later on, but again, it's currently only available in this grey finish. Finally, turning to the controls, the 570 Pro impressively comes as standard with this SpaTech TP10 touchscreen control panel. Firstly, it passes the splash test, and although there's plenty to do on there, the UI is actually pretty intuitive after playing around with it for a bit. You can also hook it up to the SpaTech app, but before we show you that, let's jump inside and test the Hydrotherapy. Right, let's talk massage, which is always a big priority for a twin lounger model like this. There's 43 jets in total, including 35 Hydrotherapy jets and 8 air jets, all powered by 2 big 3 horsepower pumps and a 400 watt preheated air blower. There's no question that's a strong jet to pump power ratio, and after trying it, the massage strength and flow rate you get from every seat definitely packs a solid punch. It's actually the same pump setup used in Equinox top tier 770 Pro model, so if strong Hydrotherapy is a must, you're in safe hands here. Layout wise, it's a double lounger model, and for us, the 2 loungers and corner bucket seats are by far the standout spots. Both of the loungers give you near full body coverage, from your shoulders and back right down to your calves and hamstrings. They're both deep and contoured if you're looking for that immersive experience, and the main difference between the two is the jet configuration. The front lounger uses smaller directional jets for high pressure pinpoint muscle relief, while the right lounger uses a mix of multi-size rotational jets for a more pulsating massage across the lower back. One thing worth noting though is that neither lounger has any dedicated foot jets, so if a good foot massage is a non-negotiable, we definitely recommend checking out the 770 Pro instead. That said, the absence of angled foot jets on the loungers on this model does make the mold less restrictive, which is great news for any taller bathers. We'd say both loungers should pretty comfortably fit users around 6'2", 6'3" kind of height. If you're taller than that though, we'd recommend wet testing for yourself before you buy, ideally with a trusted WhatSpa approved retailer. Moving to the corner bucket seat, again there's a mix of directional and rotational jets across the shoulders, mid and lower back, plus a couple of air jets that gently target the hamstrings. And whilst we're talking air jets, the preheated air blower system on the 570 Pro sends thousands of tiny air bubbles up through the water. It softens and diversifies the massage feel when combined with the main hydrotherapy jets, and gives you that bubbly spa atmosphere we all associate with hot tubs. Despite being preheated, the air bubbles from these jets are always slightly cooler than the main body of water that you're sat in. To me, it's a nice and refreshing feeling across your lower body, but definitely worth trying for yourself, as it can be a little bit Marmite for some buyers that we speak to. You'll find pairs of these air jets dotted across both the middle upright seats, plus the lounger and corner bucket seat we've already mentioned. On the middle uprights, both seats deliver strong pressure to the middle and upper back, though they do share the same jet configuration, so you don't get a unique massage in every seat. Inside the footwell, all three of the non-lounger seats are also within reach of this big foot blaster jet. This pumps out a deep, penetrating flow that's ideal for easing sore parts of the lower body, especially if you're active on your feet a lot. Control-wise, you've got two topside diverters for adjusting flow between different zones, plus 3 air controls that let you dial up the jet intensity. The controls are conveniently placed within reach of each seat for easy usability, plus you can tweak the individual jet intensity by twisting the nozzles. On comfort, both loungers and the main bucket seat are nice and wide, whilst the two middle upright seats are a bit more snug if you're planning on regularly having a full house inside. A few of the seats have a small moulded edge, so it's not an entirely barrier-free layout, but it's still easy enough to shuffle between spots without clattering into the acrylic. The footwell also isn't huge, but given the double lounger design and the fact that there can only be 3 sets of legs in there anyway, the space here wasn't an issue for us. Depth-wise, it's definitely a pretty immersive experience at 92 centimeters deep, but there is still a decent range of multi-level seating for anyone with mixed height families. After trying it though, we'd still probably say it's a depth better suited for mature families or adults, mainly because there's no dedicated cool-down seats, which is often an ideal shallow spot for younger kids. You could technically use the flat section at the end of the loungers as a makeshift cool-down seat, but given it's right next to the skimmer basket, we wouldn't really recommend it. If no cool-down seat's a deal breaker for you, or you prefer a single lounger layout, we definitely recommend taking a look at the EQ570 Pro after this video too. There's also 3 headrests for each of the main hydrotherapy seats, and despite not being adjustable, they're really well positioned to help you stay relaxed and stable. And if accessibility is a big priority, the flat section at the end of the loungers is really helpful as a step for getting in and out, but there aren't any extras like built-in handrails. All told, the EQ570 Pro delivers strong massage power, a nice blend of water and air jets, and a pretty spacious multi-level layout that's well suited for taller bathers and mature families. And before we get into the smart tech, remember, if you want expert hot tub advice and to see all 50 WhatSpa Best Buy Award winners this year, grab your free copy of WhatSpa magazine after this video. Right, let's talk tech and water care, and we'll start with the optional smart Wi-Fi controls. All Equinox models can be fitted with the SpaTech Wi-Fi module, which then hooks up directly to the SpaTech app. From there, you can adjust the temperature, fire up the jets, and easily tweak things like the filtration cycles, all remotely from your phone. For us though, the biggest win is the built-in energy saving modes, which you can set on the go, based on your planned usage. So if you prefer jumping into the tub after work in the evenings, you can easily switch the heating to low power eco modes during peak daytime rates to save a few quid off your running costs. It'll also send custom maintenance reminders for things like filter cleaning and water changes. Again, all helpful stuff. It's not the most advanced app on the market today, given there's no energy usage tracking or inline water monitoring, but for a tub at this price point, it's still a really handy bit of kit. As part of the media pack upgrade, you can also get the wireless Bluetooth sound system, giving you 2 marine-grade waterproof speakers on the cabinet sides. The only catch is that it doesn't come with an extra subwoofer for that low-end bass, so just keep that in mind. Moving to water care, the 570 Pro comes as standard with an ozone purification system with an added mixing chamber. This injects ozone gas directly into the water to oxidize and break down contaminants like oils, sweat, and and makeup before they reach your sanitizer. This means your chemicals last longer, the water feels more natural and softer, and you're less likely to experience dry or irritated skin. The added mixing chamber also helps guarantee that the ozone is properly absorbed into the water before escaping, which makes the whole system more efficient overall. The only thing missing here is an additional UVC purification system. Basically an extra layer of protection using UV light to further neutralize bacteria and contaminants. Moving to the filtration, the 570 Pro comes as standard with a dedicated 24-hour circulation pump. A circ pump runs quietly and more efficiently in the background, so you get 24/7 filtration. Plus, it keeps things quieter and more peaceful if you fancy relaxing with the jets off for a while. After that, the whole water volume is then filtered through these two 50 square foot pure blue filters, which will both typically need replacing about once a year. Overall, the built-in ozone purification, dedicated circulation pump, and optional smart Wi-Fi and Bluetooth audio is a solid tech stack for a tub in this price bracket. So let's break down the price now. So what's it all going to cost you? Right now, the EQ570 Pro comes in at a recommended retail price of just $7.5 grand here in the UK. And if you're looking to add the optional media pack for the Wi-Fi module and Bluetooth sound system, that's typically priced between $399 and $499, depending on your retailer. Altogether, it sits just above that entry-level $5 to $6 grand price bracket. But when you factor in the design, tech, and hydrotherapy spec, it's by all means a really competitive price. Not only that, Equinox is the newest range from Oasis Outdoor Living, having first launched the line in 2024. Oasis Outdoor Living are a part of Crystal Island, a long-standing hot tub, swim spa and pool manufacturer, with partners in more than 40 countries spanning 4 continents. They're a proud family-run company with nearly 2 decades in the industry, and today they manufacture other leading WhatSpa approved brands like Oasis Spas and Riptide. Given that, the 570 Pro is also backed by a sensible warranty with 2 years on shell structure and surface, 2 years on parts and plumbing, plus 5 years on the electrical control system. It's not the most robust warranty out there when compared to other major leading brands, but it's still enough for solid peace of mind. And don't forget, if you want to see how the 570 Pro compares against other Best Buy award-winning hot tubs across a range of price points, grab your completely free copy of WhatSpa magazine after this video. Right, let's talk energy efficiency and running costs. And according to Equinox's own data, the EQ570 Pro typically uses between 5.5 and 7.5 kilowatt hours of electricity per day, based on half-hours usage 3 to 4 times a week. Using the latest UK energy price cap rates, that works out at roughly a daily electrical cost of around £1.40 to £1.90, cheaper than a bottle of Coke that you'd find in your local supermarket. Of course, the exact running costs will fluctuate depending on your usage and outside temperature, but for a 5-seater spa with the spec we've already mentioned, it's more than solid efficiency. Plus, if you want to shrink the bill even further, all Equinox hot tubs now come heat pump compatible. It's also worth noting that the 570 Pro runs on a hardwired 32 amp supply, but if you'd prefer a plug and play setup, there's also the EQ570 Lite, a near identical 13 amp version that's great if you're after a simpler installation. Moving to installation, the EQ570 Pro uses Oasis's unique skirt lock installation system. It combines a thick silver thermal sheet across the cabinet skirting and spa base, with a layer of full foam insulation across the upper section of the cabinet. It's similar to a heat lock system in that it helps reflect heat from the pumps and the equipment back into the spa, reducing the overall strain on the 3 kilowatt heater. Structurally, it's built on a pressure-treated timber frame that sits on top of a PVC base, forming a solid, moisture-resistant foundation. Circling back to the cover, it's thicker in the middle and tapered down to help with water runoff, plus has a partial hinge seal and this long skirting to help prevent heat loss and protect the acrylic from the elements. And remember, if you're worried about running costs or want the latest advice on heat pumps and energy efficiency, make sure to order your free copy of WhatSpa magazine using the link below. So what's the verdict? Well, after testing, it's clear to see that the EQ570 Pro is a well-rounded dual lounger model that delivers great value for the price. If you're after a 5-seater hot tub that combines punchy massage power, practical smart tech, and affordable running costs without breaking the bank, the EQ570 Pro is definitely worth a spot on your shortlist. It's deep and immersive given the overall size, and the spacious multi-level layout makes it a solid option for mixed-height families. The modern looks and lighting should no doubt impress family and friends, and the energy efficiency and water care tech should make ongoing ownership pretty worry-free. As always, it's not without its trade-offs though. There's no flat entry step or dedicated cool-down seat, the acrylic and cabinet colour options are very limited, and the Wi-Fi controls and Bluetooth audio are both additional upgrades. But if powerful hydrotherapy, sensible running costs, and great value are priorities for you, then the EQ570 Pro is a definite buy, which is exactly why it's a first-time Best Buy Award winner from us at WhatSpa. Also, a massive thanks to Oasis Outdoor Living for hosting us at their impressive Nottinghamshire HQ for this review. You'll find links to their site down below. If you enjoyed this review, hit like, subscribe, and drop your questions in the comments below. And don't forget, if you want more quality hot tub buying advice and to see all 50 WhatSpa recommended Best Buys, grab your free copy of WhatSpa magazine at whatspa.co.uk.